my project has to do with understanding the relationship between the trumpeter hornbills and the urban environment. Trumpeter hornbills are a common sighting in most of the urban environments in which they exist. And they are forest dependent, and these species, you can easily recognize them by their sound because they, early in the morning, they will cry like little babies. Mwah, mwah, and then once you hear that, then you know that these guys are waking up to go and find their food, which is so plenty in our urban environment. And they are basically dependent on majority of the fruits, either alien or indigenous. When we look at why we need to conserve these guys is because we are looking at the population growing and the human beings are getting closer and closer to the habitat. So these guys, they are forest dependent. So different types of forests exist. We have, the tropical forest, and you have even the montane forest, like in our, African environment. So if I move back to where I'm coming from Zambia, you have the Miombo forest, which is very huge, and there are plenty there. So the point is, they're losing these big frugivores, or by frugivores I mean trumpeters feeding on fruits. We are then putting, like a stop or a stumbling block to the disperse of so many seeds, because these guys can feed on so many, plant species. And if we eliminate them by clearing our forests, then we are, that role which we as women cannot play of planting these trees, we are forgetting that the hornbills are the ones doing that job, and us, we benefit from so many things the plants can give us as well. And that's the key reason why we need to really think twice as humans, because we are so good at taking things out of nature, but when it comes to taking care of nature, only few individuals are committed to it. And that's why we are facing so many problems. So the extinction of human, and at the same time other animals, is solely dependent on us humans to do something. There is need for sensitizing, educational awareness, starting from nursery schools up to tertiary education. People need to have that knowledge for them to appreciate why we need to keep these species. But at the topmost, it's the government having the key will. So the policies the government design, they help, they help to guide what we need to do in terms of conservation. So if there is weak government will, so whatsoever scientists do, whatsoever non-government organizations do, then we'll be just brainstorming, but no proper implementation. I'm very optimistic. Change, you don't need, if you want change to happen, you always have to be optimistic, whether it will happen today or it will happen in 200 years. So long as you have achieved your objective of change, then that's what drives me every day.